Wish TV is proud to honor teachers in Central Indiana
She is an inspiration to all of us.
He's always smiling.
who go above and beyond,
He's done so many things for so many people.
She's inspirational.
making a difference,
He's always taught me to believe in myself and never get down on myself.
Everybody's biggest cheerleader.
and deserving of recognition for their outstanding efforts in
I
education.
love the people that I work with, and to know that I've made an impact on somebody's life, it is truly a great honor.
It's an honor. I love what I do, and the kids are the ones who make it work. I'm like just so taken aback because I love them so much. The fact that, they love me just as much just means a lot. Sorry, you're going to have to cut that part out.
And you are our winner.
Oh, thank you so much.
From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Golden Apple Awards podcast, sponsored by Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lender.
Welcome to the Golden Apple Podcast. We're extending the conversation after a really exceptional surprise this month. If you missed it, we honored Mrs. Sarah Terrell. She's a social studies teacher at Mount Vernon High School in Fortville with an emphasis on social. It's her outgoing personality that makes her shine as an educator. And since her story aired, we've had so many former students reach out saying how much she's inspired them beyond just being in her classroom. So the surprise, it came and it went fast. So I decided to bring Mrs. Terrell onto the podcast. Take a listen.
Hi, I'm Bailey of Bailey Wood Mortgage Lender. Our founder and my dad, Mike Wood, understands the importance of family, which is why with our fast turn times, you can focus on your family and enjoying your new home. Bailey Wood has donated over $500,000 to local charities, schools, and our hometown heroes. When you use Bailey Wood, you're partnering with a local family and business that cares about your community.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so I have Mrs. Sarah Terrell here from Mount Vernon High School in Fortville. We surprised you. You were shocked. What did you think of the whole thing now that you've had a little bit of time to digest it?
I just think it was really cool. It was really nice to be honored. I loved hearing from my coworkers and my students and my mom. Being a teacher, it's a job you do with a lot of passion, and just to be able to have that cool, image, that video to kind of remember that experience by, and that this is something that, I put so much time and energy into, and other people get to see it is really cool. So a lot of my friends and everybody's been constantly contacting me and saying, oh, that's so awesome. And it really was. So
of course, you're welcome. I saw one student even post on Facebook, a former student saying, hey, she's so amazing. I want to be a teacher now because of her. Yeah. So I just think that you've had such a big impact, and we heard it from your fellow staff and students. But we haven't heard as much from you. What really motivates you? What keeps you going and doing this career? Because I know it has been a hard 2 years.
Yeah, I became a teacher because of an awesome teacher that I loved. She was my social studies teacher. She really inspired me. She was really interesting. Her name was Mrs. Helbing, but she passed away 2 or 3 years ago, I think. But she was really inspirational to me. So just to know and to hear students talk about that they want to also be a teacher because of me is super inspiring. That kind of stuff does keep me going. I have some signs back there behind me. I post them on my wall when kids tell me that, that they're inspired. They get put on these little documents, and I don't know, that kind of stuff definitely keeps me going. And I know for sure that the whole pandemic thing has been really hard, but I've been really happy, and I know the students have been really happy to kind of just be back together as much as possible in school. And I just feel like that connection is so amazing. It's so positive. I have a sign on my door. It says positive attitudes. And I think that we can kind of communicate so much better together since we've been back. And I don't know. Sorry.
You're good.
Hard for everyone, but I think that since the pandemic, we've had to innovate, we've created new things, we've reached out to each other in new ways. And I don't think it's all been, always, negative. I think there's been a lot of positives that have come out of it. So there's been just new ways to communicate with students, even when it's been challenging. But it's been great to have them back, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, challenging, I'm sure, but it kind of proves that the resiliency of kids and teachers, really an ability to change and adapt and move forward. Is that the feeling you're getting at this point as you continue on from not just like your students, but even fellow staff?
Yeah, I think we've adapted amazingly. I mean, every new turn, we've kind of come together and found new ways to make sure we're reaching out to kids, that we can communicate through Zoom. We can have live class with students who aren't here, especially when, you know, they're out for extended periods of time like COVID has caused. But, you know, when they come back, it's like, you know, we're coming back together, and we try to do all those things that make school fun and interesting, and still do it for the kids when they're virtual and when they're at school. So
Golden Apple, the award was really made before the pandemic started, but why do you think it's even more important now to recognize these teachers, yourself included?
I mean, I think, you know, like always, you know, teaching is like an emotional job. It's you pour yourself into your students, and if they're having a rough day, you can kind of feel that, and you want to kind of like bring them out of it so that they can learn the content, the material, and kind of move on. Things can always get better, and I try to stress that with them. And I think with the pandemic, you know, teachers, students, parents, everybody's kind of had to find ways to adjust in a really challenging time. And I don't know, I don't think the pandemic it's shown that we can all innovate and we can work with challenging situations. And it is just as important as before, maybe more important, because we've had to find those new methods of communication. But I think we've done it, so I feel pretty positive about it.
You seem
ironically.
Yeah, I was going to say you exude positivity, and you seem so, passionate, but at the same time, you're a mom in the other realm of your life. You have 3 kids. How do you manage it all?
I have lots of calendars and alarms in my phone. I have an alarm for walking duty that might go off here pretty soon, because it's hard to remember everything. But I have a desk calendar. I have a phone calendar. Yeah, my kids are involved in a lot of activities, so it's pretty go, go, go. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I think about, you know, not having all that going on and how maybe disappointed, you know, how sad that might be. So I like having things going on. I like working. I like my students being around. I like taking my kids to activities. So I enjoy that. So it might make me really tired, but I feel get worn out one day, but
hey, I have a 3-year-old and a 4-month-old too. So I feel it. I'm the same way. Yeah. So it's a lot.
Any sleep.
That is true. It's a lot, but it's fun at the same time. Obviously, we want to keep motivating students and other teachers. We're facing a teacher shortage across the country. What do you want to just leave people with, like a message of hope?
I mean, teaching is a calling to a certain extent. So, I mean, it's, you know, there's a lot of cliche things about teaching that you can say, but in the end, that what keeps most people in the job is that we're lucky to do something that it's interesting every day. You can make it fun every day if you want to. And, you know, I think most teachers, the vast majority of them, like, they care about their students. We love getting to see where they're going to go in life. And I'm actually tearing up right now. I had a couple kids email me that have graduated, and they say, oh, I heard this. And one of them did say, I want to be a teacher because of you. And that kind of stuff, that is what we're in it for. I know that, like, this is only a stopping point in their life, but it's hopefully a stopping point that helps them get to their ultimate goal. And not every career gets to say that. So it is definitely, that stuff definitely does it for me. There are days that are hard, and I just look at those signs in the background, and I keep an envelope, you know, big manila envelope full of little letters I've had. And I still have stuff for my student teaching that kids wrote me. And it does keep you kind of like putting things in perspective. It keeps you going, you know, even when you're tired.
Well, I think you're amazing. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Bailey of Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lender. Our founder and my dad, Mike Wood, understands the importance of family, which is why with our fast turn times, you can focus on your family and enjoying your new home. Bailey Wood has donated over $500,000 to local charities, schools, and our hometown heroes. When you use Bailey Wood, you're partnering with a local family-run business that cares about your community.
Thanks again and congratulations, Mrs. Terrell. I'm Hannah Mordeau from Wish TV. Every month, we take in your nominations for amazing Central Indiana teachers making a difference in our children's lives. We hear their stories, surprise the winning teacher in class alongside our friends at Bailey and Wood Mortgage Lender. Every month's winner gets a Golden Apple Award trophy, a $500 cash prize, and a nomination video all about their hard work. So if you know a teacher deserving of recognition, please tell us their story. We encourage students, parents, colleagues to nominate teachers for this outstanding award and their efforts in education. You can get all the details and nominate someone right now on wishtv.com/goldenapple. Be sure to watch Wish TV every month and see the winning stories, or subscribe to the Golden Apple Awards podcast here on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The Wish TV Golden Apple Awards podcast, sponsored by Bailey and Wood Mortgage Lender. Nominate a teacher and learn more at wishtv.com now. Be sure to follow and subscribe to this podcast and discover even more great podcasts now on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.